Have you ever heard of a city that once shone like a jewel in the heart of the Indian Ocean, only to fade into the annals of forgotten history? This is the story of Kilwa Kisiwani, a once thriving sultanate off the coast of Tanzania. From its rise to prosperity, becoming a beacon of trade and wealth, to its mysterious decline, Kilwa Kisiwani is a tale steeped in intrigue and grandeur. Join us as we dive into the rise and fall of the illustrious Kilwa Kisiwani. Kilwa Kisiwani's strategic location was key to its rise as a hub of trade and wealth. Nestled off the coast of Tanzania, this city was a jewel of the Indian Ocean, perfectly positioned to command the lucrative trade routes between the African interior and the wider world. It was a nexus of exchange and interaction, where goods, ideas, and cultures intermingled freely. Imagine the bustling docks filled with vessels from distant lands. The air was rich with the aroma of exotic spices, and the markets teemed with precious goods. Gold from the African interior, ivory from the vast savannas, and the finest fabrics from Persia and India all made their way through Kilwa. This trade was the lifeblood of the city, fueling its prosperity and growth. But it was not just material goods that flowed through Kilwa. The city was a melting pot of cultures and languages, a place where Arab traders, African merchants, and seafarers from the far corners of the Indian Ocean could meet and exchange ideas. This cultural fusion sparked a renaissance in arts, architecture, and learning that was unrivaled in the region. This trade brought wealth, power, and a cultural renaissance to the city. Kilwa Kisiwani stood at the crossroads of the world, a beacon of commerce and culture in the heart of the Indian Ocean. Its strategic position was its strength, the key to its rise and the source of its enduring legacy. With great wealth came great power, and under a strong sultanate, Kilwa Kisiwani began to flourish. The city's strategic location and thriving trade routes attracted a diverse populace. Africans, Arabs, Persians, and later Europeans all found a home in Kilwa, creating a vibrant cultural melting pot that was reflected in the city's architecture, language, and customs. As the city prospered, so did its rulers. The sultans of Kilwa, wielding both political and economic power, set about transforming the city into an architectural marvel. At the heart of the city stood the Great Mosque, the largest in sub-Saharan Africa at the time. Constructed from coral stone, it was a testament to the Sultanate's wealth and influence. Nearby, the Husuni Kubwa Palace, with its 100 rooms, sprawling terraces, and intricate archways, overlooked the Indian Ocean, a symbol of the city's prosperity. Kilwa's economy was not just built on trade, but also on gold. The Sultanate controlled the gold trade from the interior of Africa, selling it to merchants from around the world. This influx of wealth allowed Kilwa to become a center of culture and learning. Scholars, artists, and craftsmen flocked to the city, contributing to a golden age of cultural and intellectual growth. However, with prosperity came challenges. The city's rapid expansion put pressure on its resources. The Sultanate's control over the gold trade attracted the attention of rival states, leading to political tensions. Despite these challenges, the Sultanate managed to maintain control, ensuring Kilwa's continued growth and prosperity. But nothing lasts forever. Not even the golden age of Kilwa Kisiwani. The city that had once been a beacon of trade and wealth in medieval Africa was about to face a series of events that would lead to its decline and eventual abandonment. But that is a story for another time. Kilwa's golden age was a time of cultural efflorescence and economic prosperity. The Sultanate's influence stretched far and wide, reaching the corners of the Indian Ocean. This was a time when the city's coffers brimmed with gold, ivory, and precious spices, symbols of a flourishing trade network that spanned continents. With the wealth pouring in, Kilwa Kisiwani transformed into a cosmopolitan hub, a melting pot of cultures where African, Arabian, Persian, and Chinese influences coalesced. The city's affluence wasn't just economic, it was also cultural. The Golden Age saw a blossoming of Swahili arts, language, and architecture, funded by the city's bustling trade. The city's skyline was dotted with grand structures like the Great Mosque and Husuni Kubwa Palace. These architectural marvels, built from coral stone and lime, stood as symbols of Kilwa's opulence and architectural prowess. They were a testament to the city's status as a beacon of civilization in medieval Africa. Kilwa's golden age was also marked by the city's influence on the Indian Ocean trade. The Sultanate's strategic location allowed it to control the trade routes between the African interior and the Indian Ocean. This, in turn, attracted merchants from as far as China and Persia, who brought with them not just goods, but also ideas, customs, and cultural practices. This exchange enriched Kilwa's culture, making it a vibrant and diverse center of trade and culture. However, the Golden Age was not to last. The city's prosperity, which had brought so much wealth and cultural richness, would eventually lead to its downfall. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's revel in the memory of Kilwa's Golden Age, a time when the city stood as a shining example of Africa's rich history and cultural diversity. What goes up, inevitably comes down, and Kilwa Kisiwani was no exception. Just as the city had risen to prominence on the back of its strategic location and vibrant trade, so too did it fall victim to the forces that felled many a great civilization. It's a tale as old as time, a city reaching for the heavens, only to find the ground crumbling beneath its feet. The exact reasons behind Kilwa's decline remain shrouded in mystery, but historians have pieced together a few likely culprits. One of these was climate change. As the weather patterns shifted, so did the trade winds that once carried ships laden with goods to Kilwa's shores. With the winds gone, the city's lifeblood, its trade, began to dry up. Next came the overexploitation of resources. The city's wealth was built on the gold, ivory, and spices it traded, but these were finite resources. As they dwindled, so did Kilwa's fortunes. The city's rulers, once so powerful, found themselves presiding over a fading empire. Lastly, internal strife and political turmoil played their part. Power struggles, rebellions, and external invasions all took their toll on the city's stability and prosperity. As the Sultanate's power waned, so did Kilwa's allure. The city that had once been a beacon of wealth and culture in medieval Africa was now a shadow of its former self. And so, Kilwa Kisiwani, the city that had once dominated the Indian Ocean trade, began its slow descent into obscurity. Its magnificent buildings fell into disrepair, its bustling markets grew silent, and its once busy docks lay empty. The city that had been a hub of commerce and culture for centuries was now a ghost town, its glory days long past. But even in its decline, Kilwa Kisiwani left behind a legacy that still echoes through the centuries. Its ruins stand as a testament to a time when Africa was a major player in world trade, a reminder of a rich and vibrant past that is too often overlooked. The once bustling city of Kilwa Kisiwani slowly faded into obscurity. Although Kilwa Kisiwani lies in ruins today, its legacy lives on. This once vibrant city, a hub of commerce and culture, now stands silent, its grandeur echoed in the remnants of stone buildings, ancient mosques and royal palaces. These ruins, a testament to a forgotten empire, are a poignant reminder of Africa's rich and varied history. Today, Kilwa Kisiwani is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a title that underscores its historical significance and the need for its preservation. This status has helped draw attention to Kilwa's plight, sparking efforts from both local communities and international organizations to protect and preserve these historic ruins. Conservation initiatives are underway to combat the effects of time and the elements, working to stabilize structures, restore deteriorating masonry, and prevent further damage. Through these efforts, the city of Kilwa Kisiwani is slowly being brought back to life, its stories once again surfacing from the dust and rubble. But preservation is more than just about saving physical structures. It's about safeguarding the intangible as well, the rich tapestry of history, culture, and human endeavor that these ruins represent. It's about ensuring that we remember the rise and fall of Kilwa Kisiwani, the people who once thrived here, the traders who sailed across the Indian Ocean, and the sultans who ruled this prosperous city. And so, as we look upon these ruins, we're not just seeing the remnants of a once great city, we're seeing a piece of our shared human history, a mirror reflecting the ebb and flow of civilizations. We're reminded of the richness of Africa's past, of its role in world history, and of the diverse cultures and peoples that have shaped this continent. As we move forward, let's carry Kilwa Kisiwani's story with us. Let's remember the lessons it has to teach us about resilience, cultural exchange, and the impermanence of power and wealth. And let's work together to preserve such sites, not just for their historical significance, but for what they can teach us about ourselves and our place in the world. Kilwa Kisiwani is a testament to Africa's rich history and a reminder of the importance of preserving our world's cultural heritage. Kilwa Kisiwani's story is an echo from the past that resonates in the present. This once thriving sultanate, a beacon of trade and wealth, serves as a testament to the rich, dynamic history of Africa. Its decline, a poignant reminder of the transient nature of human civilizations. As we stand on the precipice of tomorrow, let's not forget the lessons from our history. As we remember and celebrate the splendors of Kilwa Kisiwani, Let us be inspired to preserve and cherish our shared global heritage. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the lost splendor of Africa. We're grateful to the historians, archaeologists, and preservationists whose work has allowed us to delve into the fascinating story of Kilwa Kisiwani. The music that brought our journey to life was sourced from talented artists who share our passion for history and culture. Your viewership makes these explorations possible, and for that, we thank you. Stay curious, keep exploring, and until next time, goodbye.